tolerance threshold really is unforgivably low.
My desire to break your neck is probably nothing to worry about.
Whatever you do want me to do, I would just love to do.
Leaving millions of homeless, starving, unwanted people.
No country on earth could take care of that many people.
Except a new country, run by cartel.
Closer, just a little closer.
Hardworking.
Slaves will build this city. I've been designing it in my mind for over 20 years. Now, it will be built.
2 million slaves?
Slaves built the pyramids in your country. Did they not, my dear?
Not lately, darling.
Mr. Pendergast, it's on its way, sir.
Thank you, Weems. Bring down the blue crystal for us, would you please? In 48 hours, I will set it all in motion. And from that moment, it must irrevocably follow that my city will be built by the surviving male population of what is now the state of California. Cognac, my dear.
Let me, please. Brought you the blue crystal.
Nonsense. Any trustworthy cartel messenger could have done that.
But not every messenger has a father who runs cartel's Middle Eastern business affairs.
Do you think I would love a woman because her father was influential? My dear girl, when the projector arrives and the crystal is placed inside of it, they shall together form the weapon upon which an entire new world will rise as I alone envision it. My city. My vision. You may remind your father of that. Not politely, of course, if it comes up at all.
It's me again, sir. Looks like Pendergast has himself an uninvited guest.
Well, I doubt the man knows whom he's robbing. Can you get a picture?
Affirmative. He's got plenty of style, this guy. He's no beginner. Wait a minute. That must be that blue crystal thing. He's swiping more than just the family jewels.
Good. He's doing our work for us then. When he gets away from the house, can you safely intercept him?
Yes, sir, but I'll have to move now and get into position. Signing off.
somewhere.
We found Scott's panel truck and recovered the film he shot, but so far no sign of Scott.
Scotty's a good man. We just find Pendergast and kick down the front door.
I need your brain, Thomas, not your emotion, not in this one. Besides, Pendergast is probably the best-known architect in the world today. We know he's cartel. But that's hardly sufficient legal evidence of any specific crime.
Did Scott confirm any of this for us?
Whatever Pendergast is undertaking for cartel this time is scheduled within 2 days, and there is a new cartel weapon.
But it's non-operational without this blue crystal, whatever that is.
Precisely. And by sheer chance, the blue crystal was stolen right out from under Pendergast's nose by a common cat burglar looking for diamonds.
This man was a professional. This was no common cat burglar.
Yeah. Well, we've got to find him and the so-called blue crystal before cartel does. Effie, will you show Thomas our cat burglar, please?
Yes, Mr. Director. My databank identifies both photograph and modus operandi as being that of one Harry Helms. Mr. Helms has many aliases, is considered to have impeccable taste, lives in the most exclusive hotels. In the vernacular is a physical fitness freak who always joins the most exclusive health club in his current area of operation.
The most exclusive health club, that would be the Embassy Club, wouldn't it, F?
That's correct, Thomas.
Where's Torque today?
You see, you're more than just my closest friend, Marvin. You're also chief of my security. Therefore, it is your fault that the blue crystal was stolen. Isn't it, Marvin?
Yes, sir, Mr. Pendergast.
Yes, of course it is. I suppose it was foolish of me to mix business and pleasure. How long have we been sharing our trials and tribulations, Marvin?
Month and a half.
That long? Marvin, ditch me that packet of maps in there, will you please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My tolerance threshold really is unforgivably low. Frankly, I don't have many lasting relationships.
Irving, is he, trapped in
Perhaps that's why I've been married 9 times. I don't know.
there 9 times?
But 10th time will be the charm. That I do know, my love.
Wow, look at this. Whatever it is, it's certainly... What in the world is it anyway? I mean, it looks really valuable.
Well, it will be if you own it.
Oh, it's very sweet of you, Mr. Johnson, but I really can't accept gifts from members. I mean, it's club policy and...
No, well, look, first of all, it's nothing. It's just a pretty piece of crystal I picked up someplace. It means nothing. It'll make a nice paperweight for your desk or something. And second, it's not even a gift. It's part of an invitation to dinner. Choice of time, place, and weapons are yours.
Oh, Mr. Sussex, his time's up. You'll have to excuse me.
You haven't answered about dinner.
We'll talk about it after your workout. Shower time, Mr. Sussex. You're all done for today. Hello.
Hi.
May I be of service?
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Helen? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Helen, this is Mr. Sloane. He's interested in our fitness program. Possible membership.
Terrific. Please, sit down, Mr. Sloane.
Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Bye, Mr. Sloane.
Bye, Terry.
Now, each of our fitness programs and exercise machines are tailored to fit the specific needs and goals of the individual, Mr. Sloane.
Thomas.
Thomas? Well, I'm Helen. Now, you're obviously in very good shape already.
Well, for a man my age, it's...
So I assume that your interest would be primarily in our maintenance program.
Well, actually, I have the same interest as Harry Helms. We've been friends for a long time.
Harry Helms? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I know that name.
Well, Harry recommended this place. I hope I don't have the wrong health club. Would you check, please?
Sure. Why don't I go do that while you're enjoying the facilities today as our guest?
Thank you.
This is our dynamic tension unit, Mr. Sloane. When it moves, you resist. Simple as that.
I'm not used to resisting.
I'll be back in 5 minutes exactly. I've got Mr. Sloane started. Or he's got me started. I don't know which. What's happened?
I don't know. But I am going to find out about that thing. Let Mr. Sussex figure it out in that museum of his.
I was just wondering the same thing about you.
I beg your pardon?
Would you like to help me here?
Oh, okay. His name is Johnson.
His name is Harry Helms. He's a friend of yours. You got a problem.
Well, he calls himself Johnson. Ernest Johnson. Here, I'll show you his file. I mean, he seemed real nice. To me, anyway.
I can't blame him for that. Belmont Hotel, Suite 12A. Harry really knows how to live.
Are you a police officer?
Would that bother you?
Are you kidding me? I mean, I read all the detective mysteries. Ellery Queen, Agatha Christie, things like that.
Really?
So if I could be any help to the law enforcement or anything, I would consider it like the most exciting thing in my life.
Did you take pictures of all your members?
Sure, before and after. Why?
Because I have a feeling that someone else is going to come around looking for Harry just like I did.
And come here, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I could really be some help then. I mean, if they started asking questions, I could play it like very innocent, you know, and then maybe start asking them some questions and sort of feel them out on something you might want to know.
Helen, calm down. It's really not like that.
Oh, well, I just thought maybe, you know. Anyway, Thomas, whatever you do want me to do, I would just love to do. What'd you want me to do?
Did you take a photograph of me?
The weapon will be situated approximately here, on this high piece of land. The crystal will catch the rays of the sun coming from this direction. The rays will be projected to the ship from about this position. Her cargo of nuclear materials will be unleashed. And that will be that for California's tourist appeal. I promise you a fascinating sight, Serena. Serena, you listening to me?
Worthing, I spoke to Cairo a few minutes ago. My father wishes me to come home.
What are you talking about? We'll be married here.
I felt obligated to tell him that someone robbed you of the blue crystal.
What? How could you do that? You know, that makes me look to your father, not to mention cartel itself.
Well, as is often said in my country, you win a few, you lose a few.
I'm getting it back, Serena. I've got men out now. I'll have the blue crystal back in a matter of hours.
That would be nice, Worthing. If that happens, you let me know, and we'll have an absolutely marvelous wedding.
Serena. If she thinks I'll marry her after this, she's out of her mind. Father or no father. I want her out of here, Weems. You're responsible. Now get her out of my house. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
They're all the same. Every one of them. All 10 of them. Yes, report.
Sir, I think the cartel computer gave us our man all right.
What have you discovered?
I borrowed his file from the health club that he goes to. His name is Harry Helms, and he's staying in Suite 12A at the Belmont Hotel.
Not bad, Harry. Well, you can relax. My desire to break your neck is probably nothing to worry about.
Okay, look, I made a dumb move on you with the exercise machine. Okay, I panicked for a minute, that's all. I'm not used to having you cops get that close.
My partner got close.
Probably when you were stealing these.
Hey, man, it wasn't me that shot that guy. I didn't carry a piece. If those gun-crazy people from the house told you I blew them away, they're lying.
Where's the blue crystal?
Blue crystal. It's valuable, huh?
Come on, Harry, now where is it?
Well, that depends.
The man was killed during your felony. You could get life for that even though you didn't kill him. And I may swear, Harry, that you tried to bribe me.
It's a priority one. Somebody come and pick up the garbage.
Yes, Weems. When did this happen? I'll make the reservations. I'm not in my office. I'll have to call you back. Our poor Mr. Pendergast is losing his lady house guest. Would you excuse me for a minute, Torque? That is, if you don't mind waiting.
Of course not. I'll be fine. I'm just very comfortable.
kind of comfortable having you around, too. I'll be back soon.
And the blue crystal will go right there. So now you two take the van and bring me that cat burglar. Let us have that crystal back, gentlemen. Move.
Yes, sir. You might want to tell Thomas they're bringing in the cat burglar.
I'm hoping Thomas is already aware of that.
Taking my collection of little baubles was a bad mistake, Harry. But taking the crystal, that could prove a fatal one.
You got your diamonds back. What's so important about a little piece of glass?
Sentimental reasons, Harry. You wouldn't understand.
I understand negotiation. You want it? I got it. Make an offer.
Very well. You may have your life.
I'm going to have my life as long as I know where the crystal is. And you don't. But if you want to tell me what's so valuable about it.
It's not just merely your life, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
What are you doing in this?
When Twilliger approached her at that health club, or whatever it is, she was most candid about your mutual affection, Harry.
I was just trying to help out.
I'm very grateful that you did, my dear. You say you gave the crystal to a man who took it to the museum.
That's right, Mr. Sussex. He says he was going to try and figure out what it was.
Well, if you know where it is, what do you want with me?
Museum's closed at this hour, Harry. We can't get in. But first-rate cat burglar oughtn't to have too much trouble. Now, Harry, you don't want this nice girl's death on your conscience, do you? Excuse me. I'll be right back. I'm busy, Williams. What is it?
Well, I just thought I'd better tell you, Mr. Pendergast. That guy in there.
He's not the cat burglar you saw trying to rob my safe. Of course not. His name is Thomas R. Sloane. And he is the enemy, Williams.
So why don't I just, go in there and kill him for you?
Well, but he'll try to save that silly young girl's life. And he'll also try to retrieve the crystal. He's good enough to do it.
Gentlemen, I think this will impress you.
Another surprise, J.L.?
Let's have your opinion on that.
You want me to try this?
You're cheating. And if it doesn't taste
J.L. Kraft knew that what mattered in food was taste.
Tasty.
So he made sure his best cheddar went into his processed cheese slices.
This processed cheese of yours tastes just fine.
We still use his best cheddar in Kraft slices. They still carry his name.
What will you call these Kraft slices?
Kraft slices.
Good name.
Memories of mission bells, warming sun upon my face. Visions of my wildest dreams come true in only this kind of place, California.
Air Canada flies to Los Angeles every day. Our low charter class fares and value-packed holidays will put you in touch with a whole new world.
California, Air Canada to California. Warm memories like these I've only dreamed before.
Alice, as long as I'm paying his dental bills, he's using a fluoride paste.
Mom, I need a gel for fresh breath.
Relax. We'll get fluoride and fresh breath with Aquafresh.
Aquafresh gives you double protection with a proven cavity-fighting fluoride in its paste and an effective breath freshener in its gel, all combined in one toothpaste.
If Aquafresh has fluoride to fight cavities...
And a gel for fresh breath...
We've got a toothpaste for the whole family.
Double protection Aquafresh fights cavities and freshens breath.
Being ridiculous.
She did, Mummy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
What's this?
Red rose tea, dear. Teddy brought it with him from Canada.
Daddy, he says it's better than our British tea. He does. He says it's Canada's favourite cup of tea and tastes more delicious than British tea.
Children, it's a unique Canadian blend. Can't be bought in Britain.
Isn't that ridiculous, Father?
Only in Canada, eh? Pity.
She said in the back of the exhibit hall, Harry.
You know, this thing takes timing, planning. This museum has never been ripped off, Pendergast.
An irresistible challenge to a man of your consummate skills, Harry.
I could live without it.
But Miss Dane can't. In point of fact, her life depends on it. If you're not back with the crystal in exactly 15 minutes, or if you should carelessly set off the alarm, I'll have Williams kill her. You have 15 minutes, Harry. Starting now.
I'll make it, Helen.
I know you will.
You out there?
Like Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas. Where are you?
I'm outside the West Side Museum. I'm gonna try and break in and steal the crystal. They're holding the girl and they threaten to kill her.
Well, I'll be there within 20 minutes.
Fine. But I've got 13 minutes to get in and get out without tripping alarm. They're gonna kill her.
Well, Thomas, I'm gonna shake loose sand and stir up gravel. I'm gonna make this four-wheeler travel. 10-4?
The pharaohs of ancient Egypt showered their wives with luxuries and riches, asking nothing in return save their companionship. I could offer you such a life, my dear.
Do you mind keeping your hands off of me?
You're a very beautiful girl, my dear. So beautiful, I might be persuaded to forget your insolence. Think it over. You have exactly 10 minutes.
Doesn't killing people bother you?
My dear girl, progress must be paid for with lives. And at exactly 7 tomorrow morning, I shall force the world to take a giant step forward. Millions of people will beg to serve me.
Well, I won't be one of them.
Sorry, pal, it was for a good cause.
Well, my dear, your cat burglar has cost you your life. You okay?
Terrific, considering the alternatives.
Close the door. And now the crystal, please. Splendid. You may proceed, Twillager.
that you got your precious stone. You mind telling me what this is all about?
You might say it's the key to a city. A new city.
A city you're going to design, I take it?
And build and rule. Or to be more precise, orchestrate, if you will, with the mathematical precision of a great musical composition.
With the mathematical precision of a great musical composition? Pendergast, you got what you wanted. Why don't you just drop us off and let us call a cab?
If you were Harry Helms, perhaps I would. But it's time to put an end to your little charade. Stop here. Now, if you'll both kindly get out, Weems here will do the honors.
Call this gratitude for what I've done for you?
Weems, out. We've got the crystal. Get me out of here.
They've gone, Thomas. There's a dozen ways out of here.
And now he has the crystal.
He said he was planning on doing something terrible at 7 o'clock this morning. Something that would make slaves out of millions of people.
That gives us a whole 2 hours.
How does the blue crystal fit in, Thomas?
I don't know. Did he tell you anything about it?
No, but I've seen it do some pretty weird things.
Like what?
You guys aren't going to believe this, but when the sunlight catches it a certain way, whatever it reflects on crushes itself of its own weight.
Good morning, Tina.
Do you realize it is 5:45 a.m.?
Yes, and I'm sorry to interrupt your sleep.
What are you doing here? What is it? What's this all about, Tom?
I wish I had time to explain, but I just hope you'll trust me. Tina, listen to me very carefully. This is very important. It's Pendergast here.
No, he went with those men, Weems and Twilliger, about 20 minutes ago.
Any idea where they're going?
Huh, they left in a van. They loaded something on it, but I couldn't see what it was.
Bet it had a red velvet cover on it. The projector was right here. All Pendergast needed to turn it into a weapon was the crystal.
What kind of truck were they using?
Well, it wasn't a very big one. I think it was a delivery truck, and it was white.
What is this supposed to be?
This is Pendergast's Dream City.
Could be a nightmare for millions of other people. Did Pendergast leave anything behind that would tell us where he was headed? Private papers?
I've never seen any. He doesn't even have a desk in his library.
Secret room.
I think we're in it, Thomas. The man hammers out a lot of music on this organ. Mostly Johann Sebastian Bach.
He said he was going to orchestrate his new city with the mathematical precision of a great musical composition. Unquote. Torque, how's your Bach?
Well, it's a little stale, Thomas. I'll give it a try.
Make it allegro. We've got an hour before he does his thing. That's it. Look, they've got a chart of the coastline. The freighter on it. Her name's Primrose.
It's funny you should mention that, Thomas. There's a Primrose sailing at 6:30 this morning.
What's her cargo?
Nuclear waste material.
What do you think of a hunch that if you combine the blue crystal with Pendergast's projector, you could sink a ship with its own weight?
Are you saying Mr. Pendergast plans to sink a ship? What for?
To contaminate the whole coastline all the way to Canada. People, water, food, everything. This whole area would be uninhabitable.
Leaving millions of homeless, starving, unwanted people.
No country on earth could take care of that many people.
Except a new country, run by cartel, and built by those millions of slaves that Pendergast was raving about.
Mr. Pendergast. There she is. Primrose.
Excellent. Right on schedule. When she's a mile out, she'll be far enough for current to sink her.
The Primrose will be a good mile offshore. Well into the current.
Well, that's only about 10 minutes from now.
Just a little farther. And just like the Titanic, she won't know what hit her. In less than a minute, her own weight will take her down.
On the cliff. It's got to be Pendergast. Let's drop down a little closer.
That's Sloane.
Thomas.
I'm on target. Closer. Just a little closer. Mr. Thomas Remington Sloane, you've deprived the world of its greatest wonder since the pyramids. How does that leave your conscience?
Clear, Mr. Pendergast. Crystal clear.
Why doesn't somebody make a deodorant maxi pad?
Playtex just did.
They did?
New Playtex deodorant maxi pads. They give you more complete protection.
Playtex deodorant maxi pads.
They're new. Of all the maxi pads you can buy, only Playtex has deodorant freshness.
Absorbency, a 2-strip adhesive, plus deodorancy. Now that's more complete protection.
New Playtex deodorant maxi pads and new improved deodorant mini pads. Deodorancy makes protection more complete.
A sun-kissed sweet, it'll knock you off of your feet. It's a fresh and juicy, plump and a heavenly sun-kissed sweet. Don't you know that it's the best we grow? 'Cause we only stamp the pick of the crop, for you don't you know?
Whether it's oranges, lemons, or grapefruit, you have our word on it.
It's sun-kissed sweet.
There's nothing like it. Thank you, Colonel. I love it when it's my birthday. Mom always has my favorite Kentucky Fried Chicken with French fries and the Colonel salad. Mom says it's good for me, but I just like it because it's good chicken. There's nothing like it. Thank you, Colonel. Good chicken.
Thanks very much. Hello, may I?
Uh-oh, that annoying has struck again. That scratching, tickling feeling in the throat. And here's how to strike back with Vicks cough drops. They contain a combination of soothing ingredients which help calm that annoying, help melt away irritation in the throat. Vicks cough drops help to soothe your throat and give you a cool, refreshing sensation. Vicks cough drops help calm the
Are you sure that this beach we're going to is really isolated?
Desolate.
What about telephones?
Nope.
Sounds like a desert isle to me.
Good. That's the only place where Torque and I can relax. We even get nervous when a bottle washes up on the beach.
Now, what are we waiting for?
Oh, my assistant, Terry. She's bringing a new friend. Very distinguished type, she said.
Oh, really? Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Join us as Richard Jordan stars in Victor Hugo's classic story of an escaped convict and a fanatical policeman. Don't miss Les Miserables, tomorrow at 8. Stay tuned now for a half hour of jazz with Peter Appleyard, next on TV 11.